Go home, little girl. Go home, little girl. Rolled into Nashville without reason or rhyme. I didn't know my way, so I just followed the signs. Signs on the building pointed down from the sky. So many signs I thought one might go home. Go home, little girl. Go home, little girl. Just a few more hours now, they last for days. How long have I been hanging in this living grave? I must have lost track of time long ago, 'cause now I cannot seem to find my way home. Go home, little girl. Go home, little girl. Go home, little girl. Go home, little girl.
Sugarline Blue too. Hi, this is Two Loco Radio
This is Chrissy D.
and Ray, and
I-
we're joined by Sugarline Blue.
I guess Big Brother's excited to hear him too, huh?
All right,
They're a
so
fantastic band.
here we go. Let's welcome Sugarline Blue, Ashley and Dave.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
It sounds a lot better this time around, huh? Now that we actually got
Yeah.
it to work.
Yeah, I think you guys were sick last time too.
Exactly. So
On
this
top
should
of everything else.
Very true.
So this should be very exciting. All right. First, tell us how you came up with the name Sugarline Blue for those that don't know.
Well, we just wanted a band name that was unique and something that kind of represented our music and that was eclectic, and we just bounced around a couple ideas, and we felt like it was different and strange enough that it fit what we were trying to do.
Well, there you go.
Okay. How's the new album going?
The new album is going great. We're actually we're writing another song in the middle of recording it. We had 5 down, and like true artists, we never know when to quit. So we just keep making more music, and we just cannot say, oh, we're done with the album. You know, we actually released the first video from the album.
Move That Earth. Yeah, you can find that on YouTube. Just look up Sugar Lamb Blue, and we've got a whole bunch of shout-out videos and whatnot on there. But if you look up Sugar Lamb Blue, Move That Earth, you can see the whole music video of it.
That's
So
exciting.
we had a good time. Yeah, we're really excited about it.
Have you guys seen it yet?
No, we
No,
we
we
can't
haven't.
say that we have.
Oh, okay. I'll have to share it to your page so you can check it out. You let us know what you think.
Oh,
Oh.
definitely.
All right.
But I'll leave it good, because I'll cry otherwise.
Knowing you guys, it's good.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, we're extremely sorry about the late start. We are speaking with Ashley Beth and Dave Beth, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
And why don't you explain what each of you do in the band and how you all formed Sugar Line Blue, other than the name?
Well, I play guitar, and I sing some backup, and Ashley is
I'm the lead vocalist.
and front person.
And I sometimes play a tambourine or a shaker.
We've been playing the music together off and on for quite some time. We've been married, let's see, 14,
We're in our 14th year.
in our 14th year of marriage now. In June, we'll be married for 14 years. We've been playing music for
The entirety,
most of those, yeah.
During the...
Some off and on a little bit, some more serious than others, but most seriously in Sugar Line Blue, we've been at this project for about 6+ years now, but more serious in the past 3 years. We released our album about 2.5 years ago, our first album, and our second album is very close to being done.
Well, that's when we found Russ, our bass player, and that, I don't know, like, finding the right people for your band, like, it just really, I don't know, you nail it into the music, you know. It makes it more important to keep making it.
Awesome.
Very true. Congratulations on the 14 years. That's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you know.
We still like each other.
We feel like
That's very important, and happy anniversary early.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
You're welcome.
All right. Here's what's funny. I was doing a thing where I was like making up a story with like a bunch of bands, and then I was talking about childhood, and I played "Go Home" by you all, and then I realized it was saying "Little Girl," and I'm like, ah, shit.
True story, Ray Ray?
I guess so.
I guess
That's funny.
he didn't tell us he's a little girl.
Well, you know, there's all kinds of changes we go through in life.
Only on 2 Local Radio.
Oh, man. We're not here to judge, man. You do your thing.
No, I'm certainly not like that, but
No.
but honestly, you all are known for your Sunday morning shout-outs. I just for those that did not hear the last interview, or because it was choppy, did not play it, that was our fault, totally. Why don't you explain that? How you explain that? How you really reach out to the fans by doing that, and how you relate to them? Because there's not many bands that do anything like that. As a matter of fact, it's just original.
Well, that was Dave's brainchild. He said, we were noticing, because we play out a lot, and we're noticing just the decline in live venue listenership. Like, people just don't go out as much as they used to, and it can be kind of heartbreaking when you're trying to get out there, and the people that are out there, they receive you well, but there's just not many of them. And we started getting Facebook fans and whatnot from across the world, and we can't go and play in Europe for not having a listenership there yet. And Dave's like, I want to do something to reach out to these people. And he said, there was this one guy that we were just having a conversation with over Twitter, and Dave said, I'd like to, I don't know, like do something for him, like maybe dedicate a song to him. And he's like, let's do one of the ones that we just do it acoustic around our farm, and just give one to somebody every week, and just do it till we run out of stuff to do or run out of people that want to listen to it. And it's really blossomed into something we didn't expect. There's been some just really cool ones. There was one lady that shouted back to us with one of her original songs, and there's people that have come out to our shows that we wouldn't have met if it hadn't been for the Sunday Shout Out, and that have met each other. I don't know, just being able to help facilitate relationships. It's part of what music is supposed to do, and to know that we're able to do that at least once a week. I don't know,
we've had a lot of people tell us that, it's kind of like, we try to keep it a real down-to-earth approach, and we usually try to record it in, either, if not the first take, the only reason we get rid of the first take would be is if something technical goes wrong, because we're a small production, much like you guys, and it's like you're struggling with the confines of equipment, and, sometimes, we'll get done recording and it'll say disc full, or whatever, and, we try to keep it real down to earth, and we've had a lot of people tell us that, because of that, they feel like they're in the living room with us every Sunday morning, and that they're having coffee and donuts with us, and we're just pulling out the guitar and singing a song to them. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, we are pretty much a broke station or whatever. What was funny was we had Year of October, over, I'm not sure if it was the last Sunday or the week before. But anyway, while we were doing the interview with them live, I was taking a camera and doing videos. So if you went on tuloco.reverb nation, you would actually see them videos.
That's cool. I'll have to check that out. And speaking of Year of October, I don't know if you saw our last Sunday shout-out, but we actually had them join us for the Sunday shout-out this past Sunday for Easter Sunday shout-out.
No, I didn't see that, but I remember when we were talking on the phone that you said that you all toured with it, and I'm like, it's a small world.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we've actually done a bunch of shows with them here in the past couple months. Actually, just since the last time we talked. Probably 3 or 4 shows.
Well, then they probably told you how cool we were in real life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, if they didn't, well, at least they made us feel special with the CD and the, the poster and everything. So.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're really great people. I mean, they're some of our favorite people to hang out with. Even if they didn't play music, I think we'd still be friends. But it certainly helps if they do play music.
Exactly. They're just so down to earth like you guys.
So their story is they all met in the bank, the magical bank. So what's your story? Where did you all just meet? Like on the street, or through ads?
Dave and I met in a magical guitar center.
There you go.
Yeah, I saw Ashley and I was like, I didn't even care if she was a singer. I just thought that girl was so fine, I had to know her. And here we are 14 years later,
It worked.
It worked out, It just worked out. As far as Russ, man, it's funny how sometimes you get those things that you need when you least expect them or when you're not really looking for them. Ashley and I, in one of the earlier versions of the band, we'd written some of our originals, but not maybe just a handful. And we had talked to our keyboard player that night during the show, and he was a close friend of ours, and he decided that he was going to, step away from the band for a while. And our bass player was moving out of town, and we weren't really satisfied with the drummer that we had. And Ashley and I just said, we're not going to do this if it's not fun. So let's just take a break from this, and we'll just hang out, maybe play some acoustic shows here and there, and maybe see how it goes for a little while, and just whatever happens. And then, that night we came home from the show, and there was this email from a bass player, and his name was Russ Dean, and basically it said, here's a bunch of my influences, and I found you guys' ad, and I know that it's an old ad, but, I wanted to answer it because it sounds, interesting. And, we started talking back and forth, and I was kind of standoffish because, I kind of had it up to, over my head, I guess, with just like conflicting personalities and stuff like that. And, we just kind of corresponded back and forth, and we couldn't say no. And then we started playing coffee houses together just acoustically, and we really enjoyed it, and we enjoyed each other's company, and found we had a lot in common. And we've been playing with Russ now for like 4 years. So
he's like family.
He's like, he's truly like a part of our family. We talk to each other, if not on the phone, then at least through text messaging every day.
Nice. So did you all finally find the drummer? Last time we had the interview.
No, we're still plodding away with drummers. We're kind of an adventurous group because we like to improvise a lot on stage anyway. We're a lot of jam band fans like us, people like the Grateful Dead, stuff of that nature. Because we are always like improvising on stage. And, I guess like part of that improv now is playing with different drummers. So, we never really know how exactly stuff's going to come out. In fact, we had a really fun experience this past Saturday. It's kind of stressful. So we didn't really have a solid plan in place. We thought we were going to play an acoustic show. We were playing at a festival for Earth Day up on Hippie Hill in Christiana, Tennessee.
Nice.
It's kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a hippie commune, but not. It's just cool.
Like a hippie campground?
It's like a hippie campground, and we're up there, and we had no drummer with us, and for some reason I brought my electric guitar instead of my acoustic, just, hoping that things work out. And we got up there, and the band before us, who we know some of the guys in that band, but never met their drummer.
They're called Stagger Moon.
They're called Stagger Moon.
They're great
cool
guys,
band,
too,
great guys, and, we were like, well, maybe we should ask this guy. So we asked this guy if he wanted to play, just leave his drum set up and play a set with us, and he did, and it was just a really great time. Then we invited a bunch of there was a bunch of guys up there that play like hand percussion and hand drums.
Yeah, there was a lady.
And a young lady came up, and we had 3 people playing hand drums and our drummer, and we played probably like a 10 or 12 minute version of
Nice.
Grateful Dead Fire on the Mountain. And it was just like all, full of hand drums and drums jamming out everywhere.
So
it was really
cool. Yeah, it was so cool.
That is cool.
It was beyond like just making music. It was really cool.
That sounds cool. Who would you say you guys' influences are?
Well, I think that's one thing that is nice about this band is that we have a lot of influences, and hopefully it shows in our music. But for me personally, I'm a big fan of the Grateful Dead. Big fan, growing up I listened to a lot of Carlos Santana. All those guitar greats from the 70s really. Jimmy Page, of course, Led Zeppelin. Huge fan of Led Zeppelin. Government Mule nowadays, Allman Brothers Band.
Just like Ray LaMontagne.
Yeah, and as far as newer artists like Tedeschi Trucks and Ray LaMontagne and all that good stuff. Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Has her own set of.
And what about non-musical influences?
Well, that's more like where I'm at. I'm influenced by mood and emotion and color and how I'm feeling that day and the people that I choose to surround myself with. I feel like that, like the music that I've listened to throughout my life, it influences the sound, but like the feeling that comes out, that's really where I get my inspiration is, in Sunshine and Dave and in like bad venues and broken hearts and babies laughing. It's like that's life influence,
Yeah.
Well, I do know if you all came down this way towards Knoxville, that would love to have you all live do an acoustic set or something.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll definitely have to keep that in mind.
We head that way fairly often, so.
Good, because we'd love to meet you in person.
Yeah, definitely.
And you could see me use my fake video camera.
Well, that's okay. Don't tell anybody, but when we did our Move That Earth video, we shot it all on phone cameras. So.
Oh, there you go.
That's how we did ours too.
And that's how we did our shout out. I mean, every Sunday we just set up an iPhone and I plug my microphone into my phone and we videotape it off of our phones. So it doesn't take a lot of technology nowadays to make a pretty cool impact, I don't think,
Nice. Yeah, technology's great. And I understand what you mean about, it's hard to find people. We were searching for a while, some more people to join us. And then we were lucky that we found out, this great guy named Tempo and his old lady Snow. They're phenomenal. Hopefully they'll be there and you could meet them as well.
That would be great.
Awesome. You said his name is Temple?
No, his name's Tempo. He's ex Navy as well as he used to be a drummer. No, you can't steal him.
Tempo. Oh, cool.
Yeah. You got to be careful, though. Those drummers are kind of weird.
Oh, man.
Not to change the subject, but I'm sure you can tell the difference of sound quality this time from last time.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm not hearing back what I said before I finish saying it.
And that was enough to drive us batty, my goodness.
There's a weird echo, man. I don't know.
Well, we're actually using a conference system. Not a lot of people use it, but I like it. I think it serves its purpose. And for $10, you can't beat it.
Hey, man, whatever works.
That's it, it's just, that's what we found out doing the Sunday shout out, it's not necessarily about perfection as much as it is about, delivering a good product on a budget,
Exactly.
Like doing the best you can what you have.
Well, I can't cook worth a shit, but if I did, I would mix all kinds of ingredients. So what kind of ingredients would you say make up your band as far as musical styles?
Well, I never heard it really put that way before, but I like that better than like the question like what type of music do you play for sure. So yeah, I would say we're definitely got a lot of rock and blues influence, and then I would say you sprinkle in like a little bit of country and a little bit of jazz. And maybe about
like some old soul.
Yeah, a little bit of old soul and some jam band type of risk taking stuff, and then you got Sugar Line Blue.
Very true.
So, who would you say is your influences outside of the music? Like, do you have any friends or family members, or is there like that one fan that really,
influences you to really keep on writing and write more and better and better each time, or whatever, however you want to put it?
I mean, I think that like the way we look at it is just like serving the music to us. It's like there's songs out there that we're supposed to write, and if we don't write them, then no one will. It's kind of how we think of it. It's like there's no other band out there that plays like Sugar Line Blue. I mean, there's bands that are great, and there's bands that do their own thing. And hopefully we do our own thing enough that, we are the best at being Sugar Line Blue, and nobody else can do it any better,
Very true.
I'm not saying, we're definitely not the best musicians maybe out there, but, we're the best at doing what we do, which is play the music that we feel like has been given to us to play.
I would say for me, like, my fellow band members really encouraged me to continue to write and continue to perform. And it's like, if I have an off night and we have another gig the next night, I got to pick up and keep on going. And, like, to complete songs, that's Dave that pushes me to complete songs, because I'm really good at starting a thing and really bad at finishing it. So Dave's the one that's like, come on, we just got to write one more verse or whatever for that. But, like, knowing that he and Russ are putting their talent out there, I don't know, it encourages me because I consider them to be such excellent musicians that they want to play music behind my voice. Like, that really encourages me to continue to sing because they think that what we all do together is a good thing, worth our time and worth our energy. So I'd say that they influence me, definitely.
So speaking of songs that you need to finish.
No.
Oh, there's no acapella tonight, huh? All right, though. How would you say this album from the last album that you've grown, musically wise?
Oh, wow. I'd say, like, it's just, like, the first album was just dipping our toes in the water, and for this one, we're, like, more in up to our knees, I'd say. It's more of, I like the way that Dave puts it. He says, you know, our last album, it was a snapshot of where we were then, and this album is a snapshot of where we are now. So it's not right or wrong or better or worse. It's just different. We've, more time has passed. We've matured differently. We've been out there more. We've played with Russ a lot more, so we're more cohesive as a group. We just need that drummer.
Yeah, and I think when you hear some of the songs, you know, like, you'll definitely be able to compare them to the songs on our first album. Like, I mean, you know, when we play a song, we sound like Sugarline Blue. You know, we do have songs that have a little more country. We have songs that have a little more blues influence. We have songs that, you know, may stretch on a little bit longer. On this record, we actually added another member for this album. We went a little bit of a different direction in that we found a steel guitar player that we had been playing off and on with for you know, probably the past year and a half or 2 years. And he actually lended, you know, his voice to a lot of the cuts coming on this record too. So you'll hear a steel guitar in there that you didn't hear on the first album, you know. But it's definitely not like a country type of steel, you know.
No, it'd be like a steel like you hear with Ray LaMontan's music.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you'd call that. Not country steel.
Yeah, it's just more of like a roots type of rock, you know. Some people would compare it to, like, you know, Graham Parsons from the 70s, like that type of thing that was going on. No, we actually heard our song. Cool.
Cool. Hopefully it works this time. Last time it was all choppy when we had a Dream Aria. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they're like a System of a Down meets Evanescence. They're from Canada, believe it or not. Very, very talented.
Well, if it doesn't work on your podcast, they can always head over to sugarlineblue.com and check it out there.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plugs.
Hey, we're always willing to share. It's no big deal. All right, so how hard has it been to, like, travel on the road so much? I know that you go all through, what is it, like the southern states, like Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, all that?
Yeah, last week we were actually up in West Virginia, and it was about a 9-hour trip one way. We had a couple shows up there, and then we came back. I would say, you know, for us the toughest thing is that, you know, we've been married for 14 years now, and we have a 16-year-old daughter. So, you know, the toughest part is us, you know, trying to leave her. You know, it's getting easier because she has a lot of things going on and a lot of different, you know, she spends the night with her friends and she has a lot of school stuff going on. But the harder part is, you know, trying to manage with her schedule now too. It's like another grown-up schedule, you know, plus our work schedule, plus the touring schedule, you know. So as a band that hasn't really broke yet or made it, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know, or is making good money, you know, traveling, it's hard to balance all those things together. So I'd say that's probably the hardest challenge.
So what's what would you say is the most rewarding from when you're on tour? Is it the people, or well, you're acting like it's not the money? So I mean, is it the I mean, do people come up and ask for your autograph, or just because you're, you know?
Well, I mean, to me, it's the music and the people, like both. You know, sometimes the music is great, and you know, sometimes the people are great, and sometimes both are great. It's you know, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's hard to put your finger on one thing that keeps you going. You know, because some days you kind of question why do you keep going. You know, you might play in a town at a venue that didn't promote very well, or you know, that's just starting out, and you know, 5 or 10 people are there, and you know, it's not going that well, and then you have that one person that is just like, wow, you know, I heard about you through the Sunday shout out, or you know, I saw the video for Move That Earth and I watched it like 20 times, you know, and it's like, wow, okay, you know, so that's why we do it, you know. So sometimes it's like we kind of we ask ourselves that same question, you know, because it'd be easy to, I think every musician, and if they tell you that they haven't thought about, you know, kind of giving up or chasing, you know, chasing the goal or whatever, if they say that they haven't thought about quitting at least one time, they're probably lying to you. You know, all musicians ask themselves all the time, you know, why do I do this? What keeps us going? You know, but I think anybody with a true passion for it is going to be unable to quit.
So, have you ever had that time where the crowd just wasn't into it, and you found a way to get them into what you were doing?
They just all love us. No, I'm just playing. I don't. There has been like a couple of venues that we played where it was a crowd that just really wanted to listen to hip hop music, and just had no.
Okay.
Yeah, they just had no appreciation for music. They did not deal in electronic music. So those have been the harder crowds to turn. And even then, though, you'll get a couple that come up and say, hey, I appreciate what you're doing, or I don't know, want to give you advice or something. But you still get people, even in a venue like that, that'll come up and give you thanks, and it's usually the people that work there because they're kind of happy to hear something else. So, like, even if the crowd just wants to listen to hip-hop music or whatever, generally speaking, the owners and the bartenders and the bouncers and the wait staff will approach us afterward and be like, oh, that was so nice to hear something else for a change. So I don't know about turning a crowd because they kind of come in and, you know, they're there for a reason. So they do their thing and move along, but our stationary audience is fairly appreciative. So,
Come on, Ashley, you can play. You can get down to Walk This Way.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
that's nothing. I double dog dare you to walk into some of these bars at 2 a.m. and listen to some of the stuff they play. It makes me blush.
I was just trying to add some light to the subject. As you can see, we're not sick.
No, definitely we're not.
What's weird is I figured you would say like the bar crowd, and then you came out with the hip hop crowd, and I'm like, whoa, wait a second, times are changing.
Yeah, like the bar crowd.
Yeah, the bar crowd is kind of a hip-hop crowd now.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange, you
It's
know.
because they have like the Muzak or whatever that is that they keep. It's like the new jukebox thing that you can just touch the screen and tell it what to play. Man, they just want to play really loud, booty bumping music, I guess.
I guess so. I don't know why they wouldn't want to listen to you guys. I like you guys better. I'd rather listen to you guys than some of that booty bopping music.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, like nowadays it is kind of strange because I mean, like electronic music has taken like a big part of the segment of you know, the bar going crowd, and there's nothing, you know, to each their own. People like what they like, but I mean, you know, in the in the 70s or 80s or 60s or, you know, we would have just been like a rock band. You know, it's like we play a bunch of different styles of music, but we're a rock band, you know?
Yeah.
That's what rock bands have always done. But now it's like, you know, everybody has to be like so like
minutely
categorized. Otherwise, you can't find people that want to listen to you. You know, if you're just a rock band, then everybody assumes that you sound like Nickelback.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, you know what it is? Like, I like a lot of the underground rap that we get on here. I like because it's a lot different than what you hear in the clubs. It's just there's a different beat to it. Just like you guys, they have their own flavor to it too. You guys remind me of you remind me of the '70s music that I grew up on a little bit when I listened to you.
Cool.
Yeah, we were actually we went and did this cool thing this last week. They do like a different decade every so often at this bar, and they have like 9 bands come and play, and you play 2 songs from the decade. And we did 80s songs with these folks, but there was one guy that got up and did a Run DMC song, and we're like, dude, that's really, you know, that was good rap. It didn't make me blush. So it has changed. So it has changed. So, and I don't mind like stuff that I can understand and like doesn't curse every other word. You know what I mean? Like it still has a musical quality to it rather than just how fast can you say shocking words.
Or how vulgar you can be.
Exactly. That's not the place for. It's not art to me.
I liken it to the, you know, even the way that women dress. You know, like in the 50s, it's like my mom always used to say, you know, you should leave something to the imagination. You know, and it's like that part of you leave to the imagination, that suggestiveness is what kind of makes it like playful and fun. But when it's the same thing with a song, when you just kind of come right out and say it, it's not playful and fun anymore. It's just kind of like vulgar, like you said.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. I mean, like these women walk around with their chests hanging out, and it's disgusting.
Right.
Leave something to imagination to the guys, then they'll want to look more.
Exactly. You know?
It's not art anymore. It's not something of beauty anymore. It's just
nasty.
Hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to smack the person that came up with the "I'm juicy" on the back of the pants, especially with pedophiles out there and shit.
Yeah. Well, there's so many fashion trends that I just don't understand. But you know what? Like, if we just look at history, we know this phase will pass. We just got to get through it. Just hang on. Bell bottoms will come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Spandex.
Oh,
that went away. Thank you.
Yeah.
But that just comes back.
I so could see you all playing it like a Woodstock with like Neil Young and all them.
That's what you guys also remind me of, Woodstock.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
We missed our concert, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Hey, speaking of spandex, though, I heard the Boston Marathon went off today without a hitch. So, yay, Boston.
Yay.
Thank God.
Yeah, the 1-year anniversary of the bombing. So, like, they did some powerhouse things down there, up there, I guess, in Boston. So.
And speaking of big festivals, we got, you know, the Afteroo coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, and Sam Jam.
And Sam Jam. Then with the, you know, of course, here in Middle Tennessee, I mean, you guys are pretty close to it too, Bonnaroo, right?
Yeah, yes, we are.
So, yeah, we actually play a festival every year called Afteroo that they play the week after Bonnaroo.
Nice.
Yeah,
pretty
we got
cool.
bands all week, and we're playing the Sam Jam the week before Bonnaroo.
So we're playing in Manchester the week before and the week after Bonnaroo, but not the week of Bonnaroo. Come on, Bonnaroo promoters, get on the bus.
Exactly.
Hey, you could always send a demo up there and be like, hey, y'all need any extra bands?
Yeah, that's it. You know, except for they would probably want like $50 just to get it in the mail and throw it in their trash can.
You never know. You might be surprised. They may listen to it and be like, "Oh wow, that'd be perfect."
Yeah, that's what I do.
If you don't try, then it won't get there.
That's
And you
it.
never know
That's
what
true.
it could be.
That is true.
Yeah, that's basically what I do. I just take chances. I'm like, all right, no one's gonna try this, so why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
We do. I mean, we have a lot of the same philosophy. You have to get ahead, really. There's so many people out there trying to do things,
And
even if, like having good music or, good image or any of that or a good radio show, it's not enough. You have to rise above that static somehow, The
Yeah,
only
you
way
got
to do that is take chances.
Exactly. You always got to find bigger and better things, to improve yourself.
Yeah, you got to evolve and have like your own style, like you all do. So, what would you say? We've taken up enough time about talking about us and stuff like that. What would you say that's y'all's favorite song and why?
Our favorite song that we've recorded of our own or somebody else's song?
Yes, your favorite song that you've recorded of your own, and then why not somebody else's as well?
I would say the favorite song that we've recorded is actually a song off our new album. It's called Dollhouse, and it's actually a longer song. It's like a 7-minute long song, and it's got steel guitar, and honestly, it's the first time I've listened to a song after it's been recorded and almost ready to release, and I was just like, wow, this is like proud of it. It's the first. I'm hard to please. I'm one of those people that are never satisfied, and this is like the first time that I just listened to a song, and it's like it made me proud to be in this band and play with Ashley singing, and John on steel and Russ on bass, and even the drummer we had at the time, Steve, on drums. He did a great job on that track, and it was just like super. It just felt like it all came together for me on that track.
So what
Well,
about your other artists, since you brought it up?
What's that?
So your
My favorite song by another artist. Right now, I would have to say it's actually we talked about him earlier. His name's Ray LaMontagne, and he's a singer-songwriter, kind of like a blues artist out of Lewiston, Maine. And he has a couple albums out, and the title track off of his album right before the one he has just released, which is called God Willing and the Creek Don't Rise. Probably my favorite song right now, but I listen to so much music that it changes almost weekly.
Well, my favorite song of ours is Move That Earth. It's just my favorite child right now. And my favorite song of somebody else's, that's really, really hard for me to pin down. I'd have to say, like, I could narrow it down to a few, which would be like The Grateful Dead, Ripple, and Joan Osborne, St. Teresa, and Robert Plant, Ship of Fools. That's about as far as I can whittle it down, though.
nice. There's nothing wrong with being a music guru. So, what would you say if somebody were to want to get into music? What advice would you have them to, get them on the right path? Because we all know that it's got its ups and downs.
First of all, I'd say play keyboard or piano, because nobody else does. Very few. It's a lessening trait. Like, less and less people play it, and you don't have to have a band behind you. You can go out and play piano at like a little blues bar and sing all night and make as much money as bands.
Yeah, and everybody does guitar already, so yeah, I think that's pretty good advice. And I think just you have to do something to keep your creative river flowing. You don't want to be stagnant, and you don't want it to be rushing, so that you don't have enough energy to, you know what I mean? You're putting out too much without having anything left for yourself. So you want a steady flow of creativeness in your life, and yeah, pace yourself. But I mean, you want to have things around you that stimulate your creativeness. That remind you that you got into it for a reason, and that stimulate you to make more and better and bigger and just keep going.
Well, I said the piano thing, but I was only saying that really as a joke. But to me,
I think it's a good idea.
yeah, I think the biggest key is really you have to follow your heart, and if it's in you to do it, then you have to do it. It can't be something that you deny. That goes with anything in life, really. It's just good, solid life advice. You have to follow your heart. You have to follow your passion, because otherwise you'll be miserable.
Yeah, and don't do it because you want to be rich or famous or whatever. Go do something else, because music, I mean, it's like you said, it's got its ups and downs, but I mean, it breaks your heart.
Right, and it's
it
too precious of a gift.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, you shouldn't play with it like that. It should be a serious and fun thing.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. I agree with that. All right. Well, Chrissy D, do you have anything to ask them before we let them go?
No, actually, I don't.
She was sleeping over there.
No, I'm sitting here listening, but I'm trying to think of any questions. No, I don't have any.
Last time we talked, like, we could never understand the question that you were trying to ask. I think you said, and I'm not positive if I have my information right because it was so choppy, like, you have a 14-year-old that had a question?
Oh, our 14-year-old had said he liked your music. And he had asked my fiance to put your music on his iPod.
Aww. That's so sweet.
What's his name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas.
Hey, Nicholas.
Yeah, we hope he's in bed.
We hope so.
You never know with kids nowadays, because none of them ever want to go to bed for some reason. It's the new generation.
Right, I know. And they have their phones and whatnot, so you can never truly be sure because their phones are their alarm clocks.
Exactly.
Well, mom is actually his alarm clock, so he gets up no matter whether he wants to or not.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. A lot of people's moms are probably gone by the time they wake up in the morning. So.
Or they're still sleeping because, they don't have to get up till later.
Right.
Because usually once the kids hit middle school, they get up pretty much by themselves. But I like to get up with him and, make sure he gets dressed and he looks nice and everything like that,
Absolutely.
Important to
we still
me.
get up every morning with our daughter, and she's 16, so.
Yeah, get up, make breakfast, take her to school.
Yeah, those are important moments that she'll always remember,
Yeah.
Exactly. Got to get them started right.
Exactly. And in their day, just sending them off on a good foot, trying to send them out with some positive energy and food in their bellies. I think it's important.
Yeah, and I have to be the bad guy because I have to make sure he's got no cell phones or any other kind of equipment or cards in his pocket.
or toys or whatever. Yeah, but it feels good, I think, to him when we kiss him goodbye or we say goodbye. We tell him we love him, have a good day. We miss him. And I think that makes him feel good, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they won't let him take cell phones to school even?
Well, he'll sit and play the whole time in school with it.
Yeah, and he won't use it for a phone. He'll use it for every other reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. We didn't let ours get a cell phone until she was, she was 14 before she got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she complained until she was 14 that she didn't have one.
So, has your daughter gotten into music yet, or is that not her forte? And if she has, what advice have you given her?
She has a keyboard, and we have her set up with a microphone and stuff in her room, but that does not mean that she does it a lot. She has a beautiful voice, but her real thing is theater. So she does acting and she'll do musical theater, so we can get her to sing when she's on stage, but just in character, not as herself. So, she's she's growing and maturing and finding what she wants to do. I think, like, she just doesn't want to be us. And that makes me happy because I don't want her to be us, you know, for the sake of trying to make us happy. I want her to be happy.
Although the other day she said she was going to start playing drums. So,
Well, who knows?
So that's fantastic. I mean, that she found her own way and that she's into theater, because theater is actually a fantastic thing. I have a younger brother that was very much into theater all the way through college.
absolutely. You know, I told her she doesn't have to play music, but I said, you know, while you're in high school, you should take every opportunity to explore every avenue to find something that you really enjoy doing.
Exactly.
Because, you know, life just, you know, it's too short to do, but also at the same time, they can just be monotony if you don't have something that you really love to do.
All right. I'll give you one that you've never got in any interview that you've ever been to. Give us give us a cool car story on the way to a show.
Cool, something that happened in the car on the way to this show.
Or the way back or something.
Okay, how about this one? Last year, let's see. Was it last year or the year before? It was January of
before, if you're telling us
2012.
Yeah.
So January 2012, you know, we've never been on the road with a guy that's been doing some booking with us. He's an agent of ours, Richard Thornton. He actually helps out Hippie Hill too. And he's in the car with us, and we're traveling down the road. We just got back in from making a rest and a pit stop, and we're headed towards Charlotte, South Carolina, North Carolina, rather, Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're not quite even into Asheville yet, you know, on 40. Like, we're past Knoxville, between Knoxville, and we're over in the mountains. Sky starts to get real dark, you know, it looks like a thunderstorm coming up. So it starts raining. Next thing you know, it's like hail, and it's windy, it's crazy windy. And it
stops.
And then it, like, stops. It's, like, just beautiful sunshine. And then it's, like, crazy again. And we're like, what is going on? And our agent's like, he's from up from Alabama, and he says, tornado? And I'm like, no, we don't get tornadoes in Eastern Tennessee in the middle of January, you know? And it was pretty hairy there for a minute, but then we get to the venue, and the venue says, we're
not sure about the turnout.
We're not sure about the turnout tonight because there was a big tornado that came right down 40. Did you guys have to catch it on the way in?
Oh my God.
So yeah, we must have been driving like right through the tornado and just never even knew, with a big trailer on the back of our truck and everything.
Wow.
Wow.
Things that bands do, you know.
Yeah. I think, like, for me, like, one of the fun things in the car, it just happened, like, one of these last gigs this last week doing that long haul up or back from West Virginia. Dave's, like, tired, and Russ and I are tired, and we're all just trying to stay awake supportively, and which is hard for me because if you put me in a car, like, I really want to go to sleep. And so Dave's like, tell me a story. And so Russ and I take turns telling this really goofy story. It got very, very, very silly very quickly, but it was entertaining. So I think that's a fun car story.
Kept me awake, made me laugh.
Yeah, Dave was laughing pretty hard. We were laughing pretty hard.
That's a good idea, though, if you're riding in the car, because I'm like you, I will fall asleep in the car. Ray will tell you. The minute I get in the car, bam, I'm out.
What was... Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, I like to sleep in the car. That's just me.
I was about to say ladies first.
Oh, I went. Your turn.
Well, what was funny when you were talking about tornadoes and everything, my mother's boyfriend actually got chased and my mother got chased by one for over 2 hours in Virginia until they got there was like a fork in the road where you can go like one way or the other way, and the tornado went a different way. But what was funny about the story is they kept on saying that people kept on calling it a tomato.
Tomato?
Yeah. Not only that, but they were telling him, go under the bridge, you'll be safe. He said, nah, he kept going straight. the tornado went right for that bridge, and everybody that went on that bridge got killed. Tell me that's not crazy.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
But every time I hear that song, you know, about tornado, I keep on going, a tomato.
I guess we're going to have to write a tornado song now.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, our son likes that when he says the tomato. My son will go, look, it's a tomato song, Daddy and Mommy. It's funny.
Nice.
Yeah, you should just start playing Attack of the Killer Tomatoes theme song, but have a picture of a tornado.
There you go. With a tomato in the middle or something.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, we've taken up a lot of your time. Before we go, why don't you tell everyone where you're going to be touring, like your upcoming summer tours, if you have any?
Okay, cool. Let me think here real quick. This weekend, actually, this Thursday, we're going to be in Nashville, playing a customer appreciation party at Green Hills, which is kind of like the upscale part of Nashville, at Levy's Clothier. Last time we were there, can't even think of his name. The guy from Big and Rich was there shopping. John Rich, yeah. Hello.
Nice.
So John Rich was there shopping last time we were up there playing, so you never know who you'll run into up there. And then Saturday, we'll be down in Watertown at Lulu's Cafe.
That's such a fun place. If you guys haven't been, they have excellent food, and it's a great town.
Yeah, it's a great little art town, and they have they've said no to chain stores, so no Walmart. You won't find any Walmart in Watertown. And then let's see. After that, we're going to be. You'll have to check on our court calendar for the exact dates, but we got Fam Jam coming up. After we'll be back in West Virginia around the 4th of July. We're playing a couple 4th of July parties here in for towns and Mount Juliet, and just we're going to be all over Middle Tennessee. And
of course, you can catch us every Sunday on our Sunday shout out.
Good plug.
Yeah.
Good plug.
And you can find that on YouTube, or if you're part of our Twitter feed, then you can actually get a song shouted out to you. So
That's awesome.
All right. And do you have any websites you'd like to shout out before you get out of here?
So the easiest one to find us on is www.sugarlimeblue.com, and if you any of the social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just /SugarlimeBlue, and you found us.
I think we still have a tombstone to MySpace too, so it's there.
Yeah, don't visit there.
Don't do that though. Don't do it.
All right. Well, I am interested in hearing that that new song. If you ever have a chance or you care to send us over an MP3 so we can play a part of the song for our audience, if you all don't mind.
Sure will.
Yeah, and check out the video for it. We actually filmed it here at our house.
Yeah, I'll post it to your page so you can check it out.
Oh,
No.
definitely.
Nice. That would be awesome. All right. Well, Ashley, Dave, do you have anything to say to the audience before you get out of here?
Hey, thank you guys so much for listening and hanging out with us, and thank you for having us on your radio show. I appreciate it.
Thanks for giving us a chance to play music for you, and thanks for you guys for giving us a chance to talk about music with you.
Hey, no problem. We enjoyed having you.
We enjoy it. We treat all artists like their family, and subscribers and everything. That's the way that I believe that's the way it should be.
Yes.
I do too. Absolutely.
All right. Well,
No problem.
we appreciate you all as well. It's been fun. I hope you all be able to do a show if you're ever up in the Knoxville around that area live, and we hope to get you back on here later in the year.
Sounds great.
Definitely.
Look
Thank
forward
you
to it.
guys.
All right. Well, you all have a good night.
Good night,
You too.
everybody.
Have a good evening.
Try so hard just to please. but you've got yourself. You're the deal